Good morning, good morning, good morning. I love it. I love it. Thank you all for being here today and for showing up in such a positive way. It's been great having conversations with you this morning. And before I just get off track, because I'm like so excited, I need to make sure that I go through everything that's in my notes. So I might go off a little left and then come back. So it's been a little over 2 months since I first decided to step foot on this campus, which is a wonderful place. You all should be very proud. Stockton is a wonderful place. 2 months and 2 weeks,
76 days.
Okay. 76 days since I've joined you as your new Executive Vice President and Chief of Staff. So whether or not you're brand new, who's brand new to Stockton, who's been here like less than 3 months? Less than 3 months. All right, so less than 3 months when we came. All right, shameless plug. I'm going off. Shameless plug. There are like 8 of them, 2 of us, and hundreds of you all. So my shameless plug is that you can help us right off the bat by wearing your name tags. That way we know who you are, and students know who you are, and new employees. Even though most of you have been here for a while and you think everybody knows me, everybody doesn't. So shameless plug, and I want to give a shout out to the advancement team that I saw this morning over here because everyone at their table had their name tags on. So they said, are you going to shout us out? All right, back on script. All right. So if you are new, if you've been here all year, you're seasoned here at Stockton, I'm hoping that during the summer or the last few months, you've had an opportunity to take some time off to recharge. And if you did not, that's my first request of you. Take an opportunity to take a break. Because when you do that, oh, okay. When you schedule time to be off and you take a mental break, I could talk to you about all kinds of research. You come back recharged, you're better, you're more productive, you're better for yourself and your families, you're better for your colleagues, and you're better for our students. So I want to just encourage you to make sure that you schedule some time. There is no pride in working yourself in the ground and not taking a break for yourself, okay? Well, that's starting off pretty good. So I kept hearing about how special Stockton is. It's a theme that we hear. We were in a meeting last night and we're listening to things from the alumni perspective. And so when President Joe asked me to join him, and I went online and I read all of the things about Stockton and its impressive accolades, and accolades from the faculty, accolades from the students, and accolades from the staff, and the things that everyone was doing in this community. I became increasingly excited about the opportunity to move to the woods. Oh, I mean the pine lands. Okay. So I became increasingly hyped about the opportunity because we didn't come to a startup. This is a solid institution. We didn't have to come here to try to make it be something. We're here to build on something. So during the last few months, President Joe and I have learned a lot from many of you with visiting. President Joe loves to visit. He loves to talk. He is a social worker by nature. He found his calling. But there's some positive aspects to that. So as we've learned from many of you, your divisional executives, you're just walking in the halls, and your Senate leaders, and for all of you that are managers, all 170 of them, I've learned from about 155 of you through your MERS. I would be remiss if I did not publicly acknowledge and thank the contributions of 5 extraordinary presidents and their administrations for leading the institution to this point for the last 50+ years. Those previous administrators, every single one of them, made a contribution to who Stockton is today in their own way. We're here because of our students, and when I say we, I'm talking about President Joe and I. We are here because of our students, and we're also here because of you. We know that students thrive when they're in a good place. We know that there are good people who are taking care of them and encouraging them and educating them in lots of different ways. Our students come for a promise. That promise is for a better and brighter future. That's why they come. And I'll talk about some of that because there's some sidebars to that. But we all know that the academic mission is core and central to what we do, but the faculty cannot carry the institution alone. Academics is the core fabric of what higher education institutions are about. They are the center of everything that we should be doing. Supporting that work for and to our students is the responsibility, though, of every member of our community. Now, let's be real. Students come for a variety of reasons, including their parents saying, you're going in the military or you're going to school. Or, as President Joe did a number on his brain and said, you're going to school or you're going to have to work in that hot factory. And it was reality. I'm choosing school. So they come for different reasons. Our job is to meet them where they are when they come to us. Staff on the front lines, those behind the scenes, those in offices, cubicles, or driving on those green John Deere trucks, they keep Stockton going. You keep Stockton going. And you do it because that's why you're here. You do it for our students. We do it for our community. We are running the equivalent of what I would describe as a small city here. And one of the individuals, and I can't remember which gentleman it was when we were in one of our meetings with some individuals from facilities, and they said, have you all worked on a campus where you produced your own electricity, you managed your own water, you took care of everything on the grounds? And it was very telling to me. There's a lot that has to happen here at this institution. And you need a lot of different talents, skills, abilities, and expertise to make this small city, plus Atlantic City, plus Hamilton, plus Manahawkin, run like a well-oiled machine. I've been in higher ed for over 30 years. And my first job in higher education was a part-time research analyst. That's how I started. Part-time, you know, you don't get any benefits, you only have so many hours that you can work, and so I've been on that side to see all of these things happening. And then I've been full-time as what we called a classified employee. And then after that, I had the opportunity, working hard and having some different ambitions and people seeing some things in me, then I was pulled into the dark side, and the dark side is working at the will or the pleasure of the president. And I've done that for over 20 some odd years, and I've worked for 12 presidents. So I have a little bit of rod in my back, working with 12 different presidents over 4 institutions in a variety of roles. So I've seen a lot. But one of the things that I would say that I have learned, one of my biggest lessons over that entire time is this: seek first to understand and then to be understood. That is my mantra. So I don't have a preconceived notion about anything that I don't understand, which is why I'm badgering many of you with lots of questions. because I don't know. And I'm okay with saying that I don't know. There are things I know about in higher ed, but I don't know Stockton. And so I am learning about that. In order to do that, it requires a lot of listening. And so that's what we've been doing. And when I talk about listening, I'm talking about mutual listening. Not just me talking, waiting for you to just listen to me, or you talking and I'm waiting for you to hurry up so I can make my next point. I'm talking about mutual listening, reframing, asking questions so that I can understand. That's important to me, and it's and I'm not a social worker, Joe is, I'm not. So this is something that I constantly work at. There's a great book, it's called Are You Listening? That's a shameless plug, I'm not getting any kickback from that. But I have to read that book like every other year to remind myself what it means to be an active listener. When we do that, we open ourselves up to lots of possibilities, different options, different perspectives, things that we didn't know before because we've learned from each other. And we also learn how we might solve problems and who are key people around the institution that we might want to pull because they've shared a part of themselves with us. Our incoming freshmen are reading a book, and it's called Team Human. Who's reading Team Human with our freshmen? Anybody in here? Okay, Team Human, a couple. All right, so I didn't know about this author, but I said, okay, I'm reading along. Well, let me clarify. I'm audio booking along. Okay, so I'm reading, but I'm listening. Okay, so that nobody comes and says that's technically not reading, but I'm an audio learner. And one of the concepts in the book that I really like that he talks about is that in our society, we have lost the power of human connection. We are tied to our phones, we are tied to our screens, and sometimes we are tied to an anvil that some people call work. And all they do is just come to do it, not to connect, and to get out. And I don't choose to live my life that way. I want to be here. I spend more time here than I spend in my own home. So I want this to be a positive place to be, and I want it to be a positive place to be for all of you when you're bringing your best. And you can still, and he talks about this in the book, shameless plug, and I'm not getting the kickback, but you can still be productive and still do a good job at work. They're not mutually exclusive, or at least they don't have to be. As I learn more about Stockton and you learn more about President Joe and me, I think you will find examples that will demonstrate in tangible ways the commitment we're making to this college. This is what we do. This is what we live for. I know it stresses some of you out there, just like, Dr. Sass, are you okay? I'm fine, because this is what we do. And it's my heartbeat, because I could be doing something else. I could be in Aruba, my favorite place. But this is what I do, and I get energy, and I feel just re-energized. When the students came back and we had the pep rally, I was just re-energized about the mission and what we're here to do. Now, we have some challenges, but so do other institutions. And no one person, no one faculty member, staff member, leader, administrator, trustee, or president has all of the answers and knows everything about everything. We need each other to make Stockton run. Working together, we can find the right formula. What perspectives, what input, what changes do we have to make to ensure a brighter future for Stockton? But we cannot do it without all of you. So thank you in advance for bringing your very best service, support, engagement, even eye contact with each other and to our students. Our students and our communities are depending on us to do that. We can and will do this, whatever this is and whatever this evolves to be. We can do this together. And we can still have some fun while we're doing it. There are hundreds of you. There are 2 of us. Give us a little grace so that we learn Stockton and we learn about you. It's been my pleasure just to see all of you this morning. I thank you for your attention. The eye contact is piercing, and it's giving me great vibes, okay? Great vibes. It's my pleasure to introduce the 6th president of Stockton University, President Joe.
I'm so excited. Thank you for finding your way here today. I mean, the place is full. We had to set up extra tables and chairs. I love that. And I have to tell you that that when this opportunity presented itself, and I'm still kind of shocked that I have found my way here because I wasn't looking. But I'm one of those people that believes that things happen for a reason. If you are open to it, you are going to be where you are supposed to be to do what you need to do and where others may need you and you need them. Well, thank you. Thank you for taking me to church. I appreciate that. That's great. Beautiful. And I actually do appreciate that because I do come from a family of strong faith. And so I want to share this story with you. And I know that there are folks here who are like, Joe, you're going off script again, and you're talking. Yes, because nobody has to go back to work until I'm done. Right? So, poor mom in HR is like, please stop. So I will share with you that I was someplace else, and life was good, and this opportunity presented itself. And so my partner of 30 years said, maybe it's time to come home. And so when I got the call that I was a finalist, the first person I called was my dad. My dad, who lives about 40 minutes from here in Glendora, New Jersey, where I grew up. And he said, well, I'm going to have to talk to your mother about this. Now, my mother passed away a few years ago, but my father goes to Mass every morning and then goes to the cemetery to visit my mother. My mother was a 1977 returning adult student who graduated from Stockton University. And so, my father called me later and said, your mother and I have discussed it. You better be ready for that interview. We think this might be a good time for you to come home. And for me, that isn't a coincidence. None of that is a coincidence for me. Someone is doing something, and there is a reason we are here. And we hope it is to be partners with you in serving and helping our students and in ensuring that we're taking care of each other. The first person I called when I was told, well, you need to hire a chief of staff. And you're gonna hear my partner's name is Bill, and you're gonna hear that Bill said, well, you know who you need to call. You need to call Teresita, because she's not gonna put up with any of your crap. And the truth is, Dr. Sass is kind of the yin to my yang. We are a great pair. We are a great team. And you will often see us together working together for you and for our students. And so while I am asking, how's everybody feeling? She will say, have we looked at the data? And that, from my perspective, is a good fit. And so my hope is that that fit will help you, help the institution, and help us to grow and expand what has already been laid out for us. I'm not wearing my name tag, Teresita. Just so you know. But I'll take care of that. There's something that Teresita said. By the way, I haven't even gotten to the script yet. There's something that Teresita said that is very important. I'm looking at the team like, no. Dr. Sass said this, that you need to take a break every once in a while. I'm going to share with you what I say to the cabinet when I first arrived. And this is my third presidency and the third cabinet I have had the opportunity to work with. And I have said the same thing to every cabinet. Your family and your health come first. Family first. Because if you are not taking care of yourself and your family, how can you possibly be up and ready to serve our students and support each other? And so please, 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 take care of yourself, take care of each other. And you're going to hear me say that over and over and over again. The second thing, somebody recognized the fact that, Joe, you're wearing a suit. Don't get used to that. I am not a jacket and tie wearer if I don't have to be. You see, I'm not even wearing a tie. I've got plenty in the closet, but some of you have seen me. So I went to the store and I bought some camp shirts, and then I had them embroidered. They're those, you wear them on the outside. They're short sleeve shirts. Everyone's asked me about them. I'm starting my own clothing line. I will have them in the back of my vehicle. In any case. So with all of that having been said, I really want to thank you. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for the work that you do. The last couple of weeks have really been terrific. We've had a great opening. We have had a great start to the academic year. And the reason for that is because of the folks in this room who helped to prep the institution for our students' arrival, and soon as our students hit the ground, everyone was ready to go, and none of that would have happened without all of you, so thank you very much for that. It says applause here. So, I have to say that even in the last couple of days, it's been pretty amazing. Just the other day, we scooped out probably 1,000 or more cups of ice cream for students and the community. It was a beautiful day. It was fun. I got to see some of you helped. That was terrific. And those are the things that I would like us to keep doing as we continue to build community here at the university. I also had the opportunity to swing by the facilities and maintenance shop. It's interesting because every day I drive past Building 70, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, so I don't need to know names. But I passed by and so decided it was time to make a left-hand turn, and I had the opportunity to visit every one of the shops. And I have to say, I will share with you what I shared with the men and women that I met in those shops. We couldn't do anything at this institution. It would not run, period, without the people in this room and the people in those shops. And I want you to know I know that, and I appreciate it as president. So in preparing today's remarks, I reflected on some of the early days as when I was a college student. was a while ago, at the University of Scranton in Northeast Pennsylvania. I had two wonderful faculty members, Dr. Raymond Champagne, who was my history professor, and he taught me to think critically and ask good questions, and Father Tome was my philosophy and ethics professor, and Stockton is a Jesuit institution, and we were taught what is called cura personalis, care. What? What did I say? Oh, well, see, I got Stockton on the brain. I should. I'm the president. Right? Okay. Well, that fell flat. Okay, fine. I went to the University of Scranton in Northeast Pennsylvania, just to clarify. The concept is about caring for the whole person. It's an Ignatian tradition. And so my philosophy as a leader, as a person, is centered on this care for the whole person. Whether it's the people that work here, whether the students who attend here, whether it's the community we serve. But there's also somebody else I remember, and they are at the forefront of my mind. Ruthie, the housekeeper. I was a first-year student in Driscoll Hall, room 103, and every day, Ruthie came down the hall and she picked up the trash. It was an all-male residence hall. And every day you could expect Ruthie to say, "Why aren't you in class? Why is your room a mess? Why isn't the bathroom cleaned? What are your plans this weekend? Have you called your family? Why aren't you in class?" I share that because she would often check on us, and while she may not have had a particular title, she certainly had a significant role and a significant impact. I can still hear her banging on the door. "Why aren't you up? Get up." So this was Ruthie's way of keeping us on track, reminding us why we were in school. I appreciated her always looking out for us and checking in to make sure we were okay. All of you in this room do that all the time. On the front lines and behind the scenes, you listen, you observe, and while some may feel unappreciated at times, know that you are making a difference to our students and to this community, and none of this would happen without you. So when I speak to our alums, they often rave about how Stockton made a profound impact on their lives. I am certain they all had a Ruthie or two in their experience here. I mean, just look at our students who line up for cheesecake. See, I want sweets. Cheesesteak Mike. Did people do Cheesesteak Mike? Yes? Cheesesteak Mike. Our students actually helped him celebrate 15 years here at Stockton. And so, in the dining hall. So students mentioned to me and alumni mentioned to me time and time again, not just the faculty who've had an impact on their lives, but the staff who have had an impact on our lives. So I want you to know that we are grateful for your dedication, your hard work, your contribution to our operation, and we do not take you for granted, and we will not, because without you, nothing can happen. Nothing. The roles of frontline staff, support staff, managers, and all other team members we see and don't always see. Like some of the folks I met the other day as I've been making the rounds, folks that we may not see day to day, may not be on the front line, but are making this place run, are vital to Stockton's success and instrumental in the institution being in a position to meet the needs of our students. So even if you don't directly interact with students in your role, know that we see your value and your importance to creating and delivering the Stockton experience, and we appreciate all you do to make that happen. Now, Dr. Sass, as she has shared, she and I have had some great conversations over the summer with every constituency here at the university and beyond, from groundskeepers maintaining our gorgeous campus, to researchers and planners laying the groundwork for the future, to the folks keeping our food pantry stocked and accessible, and I even had an opportunity to meet with the governor. From one side of campus to another, from Stockton to Trenton and beyond, everyone in this community and everyone who has an impact in this community matters. Let me say that again. Everyone matters. And that requires us to take care of each other. So, as Dr. Sass already indicated, we think it's very important to build strong relationships. I'm a relationship guy. And so we will spend a great deal of time listening. You've heard the word uttered multiple times. We want to listen to the many voices that are here. We want to listen to the voices this university serves. And as we have listened, some themes have emerged from the conversations we've had, including the need to renew trust among each other and making everyone feel valued, improving the work environment for all, strong academic leadership, developing our students into effective, compassionate leaders, and seeking opportunities to partner with and for the community. Our guiding principle has been students first, vision and strategy follow. But in order to meet this principle, academics must be our priority. But we know that Stockton's institutional quality does not exist in a vacuum. The foundation of that requires leveraging the strength and support from within our community to take care of each other, staff and faculty, so that in turn we can support our students. Without that, students can't possibly be first. And the themes I just mentioned can't happen unless we care about one another. You've heard me now say this at least a dozen times. I approach this through what is called an ethic of care. And that comes with an expectation that everyone, and I mean everyone, those we see, those we don't always see, who keep us running smoothly, are treated, you're going to hear me say these 5 words a lot. These are the core values which sustain us with an ethic of care. Everyone in our community should be treated with dignity, respect, kindness, compassion, and civility. Dignity, respect, kindness, compassion, and civility. You will hear me echo these 5 words again and again, ensuring that every student gains the knowledge and experience they came here starts right here, in this room, with us, together. We are partners. My job, our job, is to support you so that you can support our students and each other. I see my job as working with those to ensure that we're getting the resources that we need that help to make your job go smoother and the student experience better. If we allow students to leave here without having received a quality education and a degree, in my opinion, we have failed. Students come here to get an education and a degree, and it's our job to see that they get it. Throughout my career, the most successful moments have come from the building of strong relationships on campus, in the community, across the state. Our ability to meet our goals will rely on a strong sense of community and trust. As I shared with you, this is my 3rd presidency, so I'd like to think I've learned something along the way. Success is a group effort. Whether faculty members like Dr. Champagne or Father Tome, student affairs, personnel, and yes, Ruthie helped me succeed as a student. As I navigated through my different roles in higher ed, I've learned the importance of looking out for one another and recognizing that we don't all come from the same starting point or have the same advantages. You know, there's a reason that certain cliches have stood the test of time. Bear with me, I'm not always into cliches, but you'll hear things like no man is an island. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Teamwork makes the dream work. I know. But we are here to lead by example. I've been mentored, you've been mentored, we are here to be mentors. This administration is committed to investing in our academic and student support capital. Our job is to provide the resources for you to elevate, empower, strengthen, and run the university. We are also looking to you to help identify our students' needs and how we can best address any equity gaps so that we can have the support systems in place to help each Osprey succeed. Let's help each other learn, innovate, challenge concepts, and embrace new thinking and take risks. This is how we move forward, even if we have a few missteps. Let me say that again. We need to try new things, we need to take some risks, and we're gonna make mistakes. And that's okay. We're on this path together. We learn by making mistakes. The worst thing that could happen is we try something, it doesn't work, we move in a different direction. I am going off script again. During my time as an administrator, I was in charge of an event. I was the vice president for student affairs. Something went wrong. I had just started. I was a new vice president. And so I get back to my office, put on my jacket. My assistant goes, "Where are you going?" "I'm headed up to the president's office. I don't know if I'm going to be back." And so I get up to the president's office. Assistant is there. Alice, I remember her very well. She looked at me. She was expecting me. And she said, "The president's expecting you." It's like, oh no. How am I going to pay the rent? Okay. I walk in. I get 3 steps into the door. And he says, "Stop." I'm like, oh boy, I'm not even going to be able to sit down. I needed 5 things to happen today. You made 4 of those happen. That's 3 more than what usually happens around here. You screwed up on 1. Learn how to fix it. Good job. And I walked out. I never forgot that. I have never forgotten that because that president, Jim Meiskens is his name, exercised grace. He was a mentor and an educator. And so every time someone finds their way into my office or around campus and have made a mistake, my question is, so what have we learned? And it's going to be okay. In order to innovate, we have to try. It's time to turn the page, and I want the Stockton community to exercise grace. Let's have conversations and meaningful dialogue to help earn each other's trust. So, I think one of the most important attributes of being a leader, and I teach a leadership class. I'm going to teach you the whole class right now, but you're not getting 3 credits or 4 credits. Not happening. Leadership is all about relationships, period. The relationships you have, the relationships you want, the relationships you develop, the relationships you want to change, the relationships you want to end. My job is navigating relationships every day. Leadership is all about relationships. As a leader, I need to be willing. I need to care about you. I need to be willing to build relationships. I also need to be willing to say, thank you, good job, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, forgive me. All of those things are what leaders do. And so I am asking you, I am challenging you to exercise that same grace. Now, all of that having been said, so Joe, where are we going? What do we have to do? Well, let me just share with you very briefly what I'm thinking after 76 days. First, in order for Stockton to be successful, we have to have a clear and unified vision for Atlantic City. Now, since opening in 2008, the Atlantic City campus has integrated into the community, provided more than just education to our students. We have the Goals Gear Up program, the Stockton Center for Community Engagement and Service Learning, the Engelberg Leadership Scholarship Program, the innovative Live, Work, Learn program, our strong hospitality, tourism, and events management, our new bachelor's degree in esports, and a number of ways to keep our talented students in New Jersey and in the state. It's an amazing facility, and it's great. But what is the plan? What is the plan? We need to decide how we are going to use this wonderful resource and these facilities. That plan begins today. There are two things we need to do before we move ahead. The first, I have formed a working group comprised of several members of the Board of Trustees, alumni, business and community leaders, students, faculty, and staff, including representatives from the Faculty Senate, Stockton Federation of Teachers Union, and Staff Senate. This group will work with an experienced firm to conduct a feasibility study to explore opportunities to best enhance the experiences of our student and elevate Stockton's impact as a good neighbor within Atlantic City. Second, we need a comprehensive business and strategic plan for Atlantic City. And so as this unfolds, I look forward to sharing our progress and the initiatives in the future. But let me be clear. Galloway is our main campus. It does not play second fiddle to Atlantic City. So rest assured, we will reaffirm our commitment to Galloway. There's plenty to do. We must invest our time and attention in our main campus. We have the new library learning commons that will be developed, our information technology infrastructure, and be strategic in our pursuit of additional funding and grants to enhance our campus and the campus experience. We recently opened the Multicultural Center. If you have not been to the Multicultural Center, if you want to know where the action is, every time I have been there, the place has been packed with students. Every time. That single change has helped to build community in new and different ways. It is spectacular. And we need more spaces around our campus, even if they're just seating spaces in the spine. Sorry, Don. Those matter. Small, intimate, warm spaces where students can gather and be. Places where faculty and staff can gather and be. Where we build community. These spaces matter. They help to build relationships. They help to engage conversation. They help to build trust. They help to build community. And we will continue to move forward in doing those things. I also want to give a shout out to the Women's Gender and Sexuality Center and the Veteran Success Center. We developed those as well. And while we build spaces, we renovate spaces or clean them up, whatever we choose to do, It's important for us to remember that building spaces isn't enough. We need to make sure that we are developing and implementing programming and providing the resource needed to help our students feel supported and have a sense of belonging. As a community, I want us to explore our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, I know that is a term that some folks get a little nervous about. But when we talk about our commitment to inclusion, to belonging, I am talking about everyone on our campus. Everyone deserves to have a voice at the table. We are an educational institution. I want people to have different perspectives, different points of views, and I want our students and each other to learn how to engage in civil discourse, conversation, debate, dialogue, in helping us to build a community. We can agree to disagree. Just come to my house. Bill and I agree to disagree all the time. But guess what? We are still a family. We are still a community. This is important. This is important. I want our students, and I want all of us, to be able to engage conversation, to engage dialogue. We need to teach our students through role modeling how to listen to one another, how to respect others' opinions and viewpoints, even those they don't agree with, how to debate and provide another point of view, even in an argument, if you will, that is well thought out and that is based in fact, and that allows folks at the end of the table, at the end of the day, as they're sitting around the table, to say, okay, I've heard you, and I've heard this, and maybe I believe that, or yeah, actually I don't agree with anything you said. Okay, but we've engaged the conversation. That is what a university does, and that is what we are going to strive to do and continue to strive to do at Stockton, and I hope you will partner with me in our attempts to do that. Over the course of the summer, I met so many determined students, including those in the EOF program, incoming students attending orientation, and high schoolers participating in the Goals Gear Up Summer Academy. And many of these students have proudly introduced themselves as first-generation students. Let me say that again. I went up to students, spent some time with them, and they said, "Hi, Joe. I'm a first-generation college student. I have worked at I can't stand it. I just can't. I just can't. It is too hot. I have worked at 8 institutions, and I have never worked at an institution where students introduce themselves and self-identify themselves as first-generation college students. That is amazing. That is something that is special to Stockton, and it is something we should be proud of, because these students, no one from their family has gone to school. They are working to change the lives of not only themselves but their families. And we get to participate in that. We get to have a say. We get to influence that. We get to help those students move forward. My dad was a laborer. He was an electrician. He started as an electrician with Bell Telephone in Philadelphia. He was a switchman. I remember this because he used to take me to work, and I probably played with switches that I shouldn't have. Sorry if you got disconnected. But my father would come home, and he also worked in the shipyard, the Philadelphia shipyard, and he came back, and he put in a good, hard day's work. I know and appreciate and understand and value the hard work that people do here in order to make the place run. I promise you that Dr. Sass and I are going to do everything possible to get out of the K-Wing. We will be around. We will walk. We're not spying on you. But we want to get to know you. We want to walk around. We want to be in and of the community. And so don't panic if you see us around. Don't say, look busy, Joe's coming. Do what you do. And do it to the best of your ability. And do it with a focus on serving others, serving those whom you work with, and serving yourself. Because the work that we do, if it matters to us, if it is something we value, we do get something from that. Yesterday, I had an opportunity last night to have dinner with two of my former students from years ago. And I hadn't heard from them in years. And so they said, meet us in Atlantic City at such and such. And I said, oh, great, I'd love to do that. And as we were talking, they went down a laundry list of all of the people at an institution that impacted their lives. A group of faculty, a group of staff, and at that time, I was a manager of a department. I wasn't standing at this podium. I wasn't in a big office. I was in my cubicle with everybody else. I was doing my thing. And those students said, Joe, we remember when you did X, Y, and Z. We wanted to know if you'd do something for us. I'm going to get emotional. Would you officiate our wedding? These are the moments we live for. Those moments, that is what we live for. Those moments matter. So don't underestimate what you do and the power that you have. And so, in the coming weeks, a couple things will happen. First, I'm having a party. Okay? The autumn jam. The autumn jam. I was told that as of today we have, how many people RSVP'd? 543. Could someone please let food service know that they're going to be very busy? Appreciate that. 543. Here's what I want you to do. I just want you to come out, have a burger, relax, enjoy the afternoon, spend quality time with each other, and say hello. That's it. Lock the office. It'll be fine. Mom, Dad, it'll be fine. For just a little bit. And come out and enjoy yourself and meet Dr. Sass and I. The other thing I want you to know is that I will actually be holding a State of the University address, because I'm not going to take questions today because, well, we'd be here for a very long time, and as you can see, I've talked a lot. But in a few weeks, I'm going to have a comprehensive State of the University address. Everyone will be invited. Faculty, staff, students, community members, board members, anyone who wants to come can come. And I will share at that time everything that we are working on, everything that is happening, where we are with enrollment, finances, and I will open the floor to questions, and you can ask me any question you want. So that will be coming on October 12th at 4:30 here. Here. Okay. Yeah. So I'm guessing there'll be a lot of people. Please come, because I think it's important for you to hear about what's happening at the university. Finally, I would ask that as you walk around, as we walk around, please stop. Please introduce yourself. Please just take a moment to say hello. Because it's been a wonderful experience. I'm really looking forward to our continuing to build this community together. I will be out and about, not just here, but out there. Dan, with an A, raising raising money for us, because I will be fighting for resources. So if you don't always see me, know that I am fighting for Stockton, and I am fighting for resources, and I am trying to make friends, convincing them that this is a good investment. Invest in Stockton. And finally, I can assure you, the leadership team, we will listen, we will tell you the truth, and that we will ensure, we will do our very best and ask you to share this with us, that everyone in our community is treated with dignity, respect, kindness, compassion, and civility. So, remember, we can't do this without you, and you help us to ensure that this place runs every day. Thank you very much. Have a great year. Go Ospreys.